Hi, my name is Jan and I work on the fostering team here at Stoke. We're very lucky today to be chatting to Kieran, who's going to talk to us about fostering. So thank you for spending some time with us today, Kieran. If you just want to introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, so hi, my name is Kieran. I'm a Staffordshire University student studying sports coaching and community, and I also work part-time at Stoke City Football Club with their community trust.
And can you tell us, if you don't mind please, Kieran, just a little bit about your experience of foster care and maybe how it felt the first time that you went to live with a family?
Yep, so my experience in foster care was, I'd say, great most of the time. There was some bits where it was a bit difficult for me personally with balancing family and seeing them during contact. However, my foster carers made sure that after contact I was happy, that contact went well and that I was safe.
Can you remember what you felt like when you first went to live with a family, and what advice maybe you could give to foster carers who are welcoming a child into their home?
Okay, so when I first moved into foster care I was very emotional. I was quite all over the place. I was happy, sad, upset, maybe a little bit angry, but that's because I'd been up all night and was tired. And I suppose the advice that I give to someone who's becoming a foster carer and wants to support a young person who's never been in care before, to just be as welcoming as possible, be as comforting as possible, and show them that you're going to love them no matter what, even if you do have times where you struggle, just to be there for them and show them that you're not just another foster carer in the system, you're someone that's going to be with them for the rest of their life.
In your opinion and your experience, what do you think makes a good foster carer?
I think someone who listens to you and is also a friend, not just replacing that parenting role. It's someone that will help you no matter what, allow you to follow your passions. So one thing that my carers allowed me to do was stay within sports, as I absolutely love sports. Sport is like the biggest thing that I do in my life, and they allowed me to go to my after school clubs when I hit high school so that I could be with my friends and participate in football, basketball, wherever it was, but also outside of when I first left high school, they made sure that I was going into a career that would suit me. So because I was so passionate about sports, I wanted to become a sports coach, knowing that I wasn't as good as a footballer as professional athletes, but I knew that if I could coach, then I could definitely make a difference to someone else's life the way that care and sports has made a difference to mine.
So they supported you to do that?
Yeah.
Can you think of any other ways that they supported you when you lived with them?
So there was a few times where I'd come home from contacts and it had been an upsetting contact, so my mum could have been speaking to the social worker the entire time, not even showing me an ounce of attention. So I'd get back home and my carer would ask me if I'd play FIFA with him, or he'd cook me my favourite meal, which at the time was, I think, chicken and cheese wraps with barbecue sauce.
Do you still eat that, by the way?
I don't actually know at the moment. However, you have reminded me to do that tonight, so I will. So there was playing FIFA, but then there was also him listening to me about how the contact went and what my mum could have done better, or should have been doing, should I say, during the contact time. And then he would then speak to my social worker afterwards, so that my mum then knew for next time that she spent too much time talking to the social worker rather than showing us attention and asking us how our day went. Can
you tell us what it feels like walking into somebody's house for the first time that you don't know?
It was very difficult because, again, I'd never met my foster carers before the first time, and I was very upset because it was all new. I'd never seen a house probably as clean as what it was compared to what it was living at home. So to walk in, to have a bed that was clean and some new pyjamas that were clean, food that had been freshly prepared rather than store-bought was all new and kind of overwhelming. So I think that's what made me more emotional than the fact that I was in a stranger's house.
It seems like fostering's been a really positive experience for you, Kieran, and if you don't mind sharing what you do now.
Yeah, so in my spare time I am a sports coach at Stoke City Community Trust, so I do roughly 16 hours a month at the moment, going out into the community, doing after school club sessions. Sometimes I'll do a couple of elite participation sessions in which I'll help the coaches set up sessions and also encourage the participants to try a little bit better or push themselves to go further as they want to become that professional footballer that they've been dreaming about. And then I also study at Staffordshire University on a sports coaching in the community course. It's a level 4. I started in September 2024 and I am now 3/4 of the way through the first year, and it's going really well. I've made some new mates who I hang out with all the time, and they're really supportive towards me as well, which I love.
Wonderful. And you live on your own? You've managed to set up your own home. Can you tell us a little bit about that, what that was like for you and how you were supported maybe to do that? Did your carers support you in getting to that point?
Yeah, so before I turned 17 I was working with Stoke House Project as to learn how to independently live on my own, as it was coming up to the age where I'd leave care. Unfortunately my foster carers couldn't have kept me any longer than 17, 18 because other young people need that support from foster carers. However, Stoke House Project helped me to manage myself and manage my time between moving in on my own and also my time with my carers as well.
Yeah.
So I first moved in when I was 17 and my carers helped me by making lists with me of things that I'd need in my flat, so stuff like essential cutlery, plates, bowls, paint that I'd want in my flat, so maybe a feature wall in the living room, which I have blue by the way.
Fabulous.
Just because blue is my favourite colour.
Not the team you support?
No. And they also helped me with decorating, so getting clothes, getting the paint for decorate, and helping me pick the area as well. So I didn't want to live close to family, as they live like the other end of the city, whereas I'm still living close to my foster carer, so I know that if anything was to seriously go wrong, then I could always go over and visit and ask them for help if needed. And yeah, they were very supportive when I moved in, and they helped me so much with everything that I do now. And I couldn't have asked for better foster carers than what they were.
I'm sure that you're aware that we are desperately short of foster carers in Stoke. What would you say to anybody that's thinking about fostering, or maybe they don't know if fostering's for them or not? What would you say? What advice would you give to people who are thinking about it?
I'd say if you love working with kids or you have your own kids and you feel really passionate about making a difference in someone's life, then to try it. And if it isn't for you, then that's okay. But also, that young person that you take on might change your life in a positive way as well. So they might teach you things that you might not have known before, and it's always good because you're building that relationship with them and they're going to look up to you for the rest of their life, and you're going to be that role model that they probably needed ages ago.
Thank you so much today, Kieran, for spending a bit of time with us. It's been lovely to talk to you and hear your story.